Good morning, boys and girls. How are you today? Are you having a nice day? I'll be honest with you, I just got up. I am doing this lesson from home. My wife is still sleeping here, and I am quietly in the kitchen of my house doing this lesson for you today. But I am very excited to be here, and I am planning to have a great day, and I hope that you are having a great day too. So, as you very well know, my name is Mr. Russon, and we are going to be doing some science. For the last few lessons, we have been doing day and night on planet Earth, and last time we even looked at day and night on other planets and why it takes different times. We graphed it and everything in other planets for day and night. So if we went to some planets, it would take thousands of hours, okay, to actually. Let me close this door over here so that I don't make too much noise. It's going to take thousands of hours for one whole day to pass. But in other planets, it's going to be much faster than on Earth. And we know already that the reason that that happens is because, you remember? What is that word? Because, that's right, rotation. Because different planets rotate at different speeds, right? Our planet, how long does it take planet Earth to do one full rotation on its own axis? How many hours? 24, and that's the amount of hours that takes for one whole day on our planet Earth, meaning day and night, right? One whole rotation, we consider it one day, which includes the part of the day that is light and the part of the day that is dark, okay? Let's look at our learning target today to see what it is that we are going to be learning, or what it is that we're going to be doing today, because we're not going to be learning anything new. We are going to be, well, let's go to the learning target and read it. I can use prior knowledge to explain different situations related to day and night on our planet using supporting evidence. So prior knowledge and explanations related to day and night, but we must use evidence. So today we are going to put all that knowledge that we have in our brains about day and night on our planet to explain different things. We have to think about what we know and how it applies to those different situations. I think I'm going to give you 3 different situations, so you're going to be having to do a lot of writing and a lot of discussing if you have someone to discuss it with next to you, okay? But before we do that, let's do this. This is a little refresher, okay? So I'd like you to click on this video, day and night video. Click on that. And I want you to watch this video, which is day and night on our planet, just to refresh your memory about it, okay? So click on this. It looks like this, okay? So you watch it, and you're not really learning anything new. This is just a refresher, all right? So video time. All right, and I would also like you to look back through your notes for just a couple of minutes. So look back through your notes and see all those things that you wrote there. Look at your chart, look at just different notes that you took about day and night on planet Earth. So go ahead and do that for a moment, okay? So look back at your notes. It's very important to take clear notes so that you're able to go back and use those notes to help you remember information, okay? Okay, so now that you have all that information very fresh in your brain, okay? Let's go ahead and answer some questions. So this is going to require you to write a little bit today, okay? So today you're going to have to write quite a bit, so have your pencil ready, or if you do Google Docs or Word documents, make sure that you are ready to write a bit, to think and explain in writing, okay? this is the first question that I have for you. What is the reason that the sun appears to rise in the east and set in the west? So what is the reason that the sun appears, and look that I use the words appear, it seems, okay, to rise in the east and set in the west? One more time, what is the reason that the sun appears to rise in the east and set in the west? So take a few minutes to write an explanation and then we will share. All right, so now let's share what we wrote. Why does the sun appear to rise in the east and set in the west? So time for sharing. About 3 or 4 of you share with your classmates. If you're still not quite sure, okay, if you still did not understand, I have an article for you. It's very short, easy, that explains it nicely. Let me show you the link to that. And that tells you, it answers that question. Why does the sun appear to rise in the east and set in the west? Okay? So if you did not understand it, go to the article. Let me show you the link to that. It is a Word doc, and it's the title Sun, East, and West. Okay? Sun, East, and West. So click on that and read it quickly, and you should be able to get any doubts that you have about it clarified. Okay? Situation that I have for you is this. Raul says that the reason we have day and night on our planet is because the Earth revolves around the sun. Is Raul correct? And explain your reason. So what does this boy say? That the reason we have day and night on our planet is because the Earth revolves around the sun. Is Raul correct? So you will have to say, yes, Raul is correct, or no, Raul is not correct, and then explain your reasons. Raul is correct because, or Raul is not correct because. Okay? So time to explain, time to write. So is Raul correct? Now, time for you to share. So share, 2 or 3 of you, or maybe more if there is time, share what you wrote, okay? Go right ahead. Well, I'm not gonna have you read another article because, I mean, time goes by quickly and, we don't have 2 or 3 hours for science. But I hope that you all realize that Raul was not correct, right? It's true, the Earth does revolve around the sun. But is that the reason that we have day and night? No, that's the reason that we have a whole year. The reason that we have day and night is because the Earth rotates around its own axis. So your answer would look something like this. Something like this, of course not exactly you. I'm not in your brain and you're not in mine. We all have different brains. So Raul is not correct because even though the Earth revolves around the sun, that is not the reason we have day and night. It takes the Earth 24 hours to rotate on its own axis. So that is the length of an Earth day. When one side of the Earth is facing the sun, it is daytime on that side and nighttime on the other side. Something like that. For this next question, okay, it's related to the other one, of course. Everything today is related to day and night. I want you to think of this. Okay, so we are here. Okay, so this is the United States and Tennessee. It's around here. Okay, so look at the map. Look at the continents, and the question is, it is daytime on North America and South America. Okay? So it is daytime over here. What is happening over here in Asia? What is happening over here and why? Okay, so the question is, it is daytime in North America and South America and Central America, of course. Daytime. What is happening over here in Asia and parts of Europe? And explain your reasoning. All right, and now time to share what you wrote. So when it is daytime here in the Americas, what is happening in Asia and parts of Europe? And why? Explain your reasoning. Go for it. Share with your classmates. Well, I am sure that you wrote that when it is daytime over here in the Americas, that in Asia and parts of Europe, it is nighttime because the sun is shining its rays on this part, so on the other side is dark. But because the earth is going to continue rotating, then eventually it's going to be daytime in Asia, but then in Tennessee, in all this, in the Americas, it's going to be nighttime. All right, let's continue. Let's do one more question. Jonathan does not understand the reason that we have day and night. Elizabeth decides to build a model to help Jonathan. What model can Elizabeth build to help Jonathan understand? So, I mean, not every question could be different. Every answer is going to be very different because you're thinking, what could that girl, what can Elizabeth do? What can she build? What materials will she need? What will she put together to help Jonathan understand why we have day and night? Something that he can see. Something that he can see at work to make it clear to him why we have day and night. So go ahead and explain in your notebooks, or you could actually draw it, right? What could Elizabeth do to help Jonathan understand? All right, so now share your drawings or your explanations with the rest of the class. So go ahead, time to share. So I don't know what ideas you guys had. I'm sure you have some great ideas. You know, personally, I wouldn't have to build so much because I'm in the classroom. So I could take the globe, right? I could turn the lights in the classroom, and then I could have a flashlight and go ahead and shine a flashlight on the globe, and I can show Jonathan that when I'm shining the flashlight here, it is light, it is daytime, but on the other side it's still dark. And so I will move the globe, I will rotate, right, the globe, and he will see that the side where the sun, where the flashlight, which would be the sun, is always shining, is where it is daytime, and on the side where the sun is not shining, where the flashlight is not shining, it is dark. So that would be a good way for me to do it. If I was home and I didn't have a globe, I could use a ball, right? A soccer ball or any type of sphere that I have. And that would do a pretty good job for Jonathan. I'm sure he would understand, right? All right, so we have come to the end of this lesson. You have worked very hard today. Very hard, and that's what we should be doing every single time for math or science or whatever subject, but in this case, science. So let's look at the learning target. I can use prior knowledge to explain different situations related to day and night on our planet using supporting evidence. Well, and that is exactly what we have done throughout this lesson. So remember to look for science. It is everywhere. And there is always an explanation for things, right? There is always a theory for things that we observe. That we use observations to answer those questions, and that's what science is. So thank you, have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.